What's up, guys? This is part 2 of my honest critique of Genshin Impact. 3 things that I feel MiHoYo definitely needs to work on. This mess needs to change ASAP. Let's get it. If you're looking for something a little more positive, check part 1. The link will be in the description below. Notice I said excessive because I understand that in this type of game, you have to have some type of restrictions, but Genshin Impact goes a little far. Yes, this is a gacha game, it's a live service, it's ever evolving, and the game isn't complete yet. So if they didn't gate progress, we would all have cracked, maxed out characters running around one-shotting bosses with a single auto attack. I get it. But as of right now, the combination of the resin system and artifact grinding is a complete joke. So as of 1.4, we have a total of 160 resin right. Each domain run costs 20 resin. That's a total of 8 runs that's possible in one day. 4 if you use condensed resin, but that just reduces the amount of time that you're in the game. We're not going to talk about that. I'm about to throw a bunch of numbers at y'all, so I'm sorry, but just try to bear with me. Also, this is assuming you're running artifacts at AR45 plus. So when I'm talking about artifacts, I mean 5-star gold drops. So anyways, each run will give 1 gold artifact. So that's 8 artifacts in a day that you can get. That might not sound so bad yet, but let's factor in the RNG of the stats that's possible to roll on your gear. Each character needs a set of 5 different artifact types. You have your flower, your plume, your sands of Eon, your goblet, and a circlet. 5 in total, right? 2 of the 5 artifacts can only have 1 stat. That's a good thing. The other 3 artifacts have a chance to roll 5 different stats at a minimum, which is your sands. Your circlet has a possibility of rolling 7, and then we have your goblet, which is in a completely different ballpark with a possibility of like 11 stats. Most characters need specific stats, so you could go days of grinding domains and not even see the stat that you're looking for, assuming you drop the artifact type that you need. Plus, those are main stats. We're not even talking about substats yet. So to say the least, the odds of getting an artifact that you can actually use are very slim. And that's just calculations for one character. If you want to run a biz, you're gonna have to gear multiple characters. Also, these are only considering artifact domains. If you need gladiators or wanderers, then you're gonna have to spend double the resin. Now don't get me wrong, you don't need perfect stats to beat the content in the game. But we all like to see progress. My main concern are for the free-to-plays because they're the ones that's hurting the most with this system. Artifact grinding is probably the most gated system in the game, but it doesn't even stop there. There's also talent upgrade materials that's locked behind weekly bosses, and also the prototype weapon materials you need that's also gated behind horrible RNG as well. Like I said, I get why there needs to be some restrictions, but sometimes it feels like we're playing RNG Impact instead of Genshin Impact, and there's a possibility that some players would just get tired of the multiple layers of RNG that they had to go through. Hopefully in the near future, we will get some kind of artifact re-rolling mechanic or something. But in the meantime, all I can really do is wish y'all the best of luck, guys. I honestly don't know why this is even a thing. Like, sure, it builds hype when there's a new event coming out. It encourages players to come back and check out what type of new things are available. But there has been so much fun content that has been cut from the game. And what ticks me off the most is that it's been multiplayer content. One of my biggest wishes is to have more things to do with friends and the community. But MiHoYo just teases us with different event-specific content, and when the event's over, it just disappears. Why? I know the events has been hit or miss, but I really did enjoy a good majority of them, especially with friends, and it just gives us another way to experience the game, and most importantly, depending on the difficulty, it gives us the opportunity to test not only how good our characters are built, but how well our team compositions are, and also how well our friends' teams work together. Obviously, unless you're a whale, you don't have all the characters, so seeing and playing with others is a good way to experience those characters without already having them. Literally any excuse to play with the homies is a good thing, and I encourage MiHoYo to really think about the multiplayer aspects of this game, and also consider to leave some of the content that they worked so hard bringing us to keep them in the game. I loved it when, for example, in the hypostasis event, our team got clapped, and we had to talk amongst ourselves to figure out, hey, maybe it's not a good idea to run this character. Do you have anyone else? Or what the? We just got one-shotted. How did that even happen? And we share knowledge and tips to help each other out. That's what builds a sense of community. And right now, I don't really feel like I'm part of a community until I do a co-op in an event or something. And honestly, in games like this, I feel like building a sense of community is very important. I'm not going to talk about this one too much because it's already a hot topic right now. A quick search on YouTube will show you countless videos of people getting hacked. I mentioned that I feel building a sense of community is important. Well, that's going to be hard to do when half of the community is scared to even participate in co-op because of hackers. Hacking has been a problem since the release of Genshin Impact, and I'm actually shocked that MiHoYo hasn't beefed up their security yet, but they want to talk about leaks. Come on, MiHoYo, y'all gotta do better, like legit. It's not even funny at this point. Slowly but surely, MiHoYo has been creeping up on $1 billion. 1 billion, and they still haven't implemented better security, whether that be a 2-factor login authentication or whatever. That should be at the top of their priority list besides leaks. Anyways, if you watched the video, let me know what you think, and keep in mind that part 1 of this video will be in the description. I know there's a lot of negativity going around right now, but I do feel like majority of it is coming from a good place. We've all fell in love with this game for a good reason, and even though there's all this negativity going on, I honestly feel like Genshin Impact is a great game with almost limitless potential. Just thinking about how this game will look in another 6 months is making me pretty excited, It honestly seems like the updates are getting better, and it appears that MiHoYo is at least somewhat listening to the player base. So if you're bored with the game, just give it some time. Come back in like another 2 updates or something and see how the game is. But let's try to have a little patience. Greatness takes time, guys. And if you're still having fun with the game, then have fun with the game. This video isn't for you. I'm not trying to convince anyone from not playing the game. I'm AR-55 right now, straight chilling, still having fun, but I recognize that there are some issues, as with any game you're gonna play. Unless it's like Majora's Mask or something, but they just don't make games like that anymore. But yeah, these are just my thoughts. Hope y'all have a great day, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.